nice, your favorite Black Barbie reporting for duty. This is the Drop Hip Hop and Says It All, bringing you all the stars and rising stars like M Zanti Africa. Today I have with me beautiful songwriter, rapper, performer, and recording artist, Miss ZACK N the Box. Hello.
Hi, I'm out of the box. I'm well, thank you.
You're not in the box
I'm
today.
not in the box. I'm at the drop. I got dropped off.
Thank you so much for pulling through, eh?
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
You know, the first time I met you, I remember it was right here in the studio, but you were recording a couple of your songs, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, this girl, you know, who sounds like a doll, what is she doing? And I'm like, hi, man. Then I leave. Then I go and I do my research and I'm like, so this is ZACK N the Box. So for those who don't know, who is ZACK N the Box?
ZACK N the Box is Zagiti by birth. I'm from the East Rand. I've been recording now for a little under a year with Blueprint Studio. They're basically helping me to realize my potential in music, hone my craft, also develop songwriting skills and so on. So yeah, coming in with a new wave of my own. I'm hoping to share it with the world soon.
I love how you say you're coming in with a wave of your own, because how you got to being a recording artist is one of the producers just threw a beat and was like, do something on the beat. I just want to use it to sample something. And then the moment you went on the beat and you started spitting and everybody was just like, hold on, wait a minute. This you?
Yeah, it was really a challenge, just taking on a challenge, diving in, not knowing what's gonna come of it. You just kind of go in and see what happens.
So now I want to know, because that's how hip hop chose you, because I feel like that's how hip hop and how the arts should choose a person. You know, it should be so effortless. What are some of your inspirations when it comes to songwriting? Because now you are a songwriter.
Yeah.
And a lyricist as well.
Yeah, so I just take you know, whatever feeling that comes from the beat. Unless there is a concept that I'm trying to follow, I just allow the beat to sort of transport me into wherever it wants to go. I was recording a song during this week. It just feels like a gangster rap kind of song, and you can imagine how it sounds like with my voice. I've got this little voice and I'm all hard and you know? So I think it's just allowing the moment to take over and enjoying it, having fun. I'm having a lot of fun.
I love how you say that you're having a lot of fun, because now I want to know what are some of the sounds that you want to go into, because you are at a point where you can pick and play with any sound, because now you're rising up, you know?
Yeah.
So what actual sound do you want to now give out, even in your first EP that you're recording?
In my definition of ZACK N the Box is someone who's going to celebrate South African culture in some way or form. Even though, you know, hip hop, I think it's an international type of genre that can be fused with different other genres as well. So South African representation is definitely important. I think having that nostalgic element of Kwaito and all the sounds that we grew up listening to, I think that needs to be brought forward and carried through to the future as well.
And I have to agree with you, because a lot of the stars who are making it big in the industry and internationally as well are making it because they are South Africanly authentic, you know, they're embracing their South Africanness. So now I have to get into this debate. The first time I spoke to you, you sounded like a doll. Then I hear your song and you're like, and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. This is not the same person. Because I even thought maybe maybe you're just the front or like a face.
Yeah.
And there's someone recording in the studio and we're just going to use you and the aesthetics. So how do you sound so different in person and on song?
It's literally, I think it's a switch. Like, you just get into that element and that zone where you just have all this vibrato and it's time to go hard. And I think also working with guys made me like that, because I started recording with guys and you know, working on collaborations with other guys. So it's not, you know, I'm not dainty. I can't afford to be dainty. I need to keep up with the guys all the time. So I think that's the energy that I had to carry throughout, and I like it. I'm embracing it actually.
And I love how you're very feminine. Like when somebody sees you, you have a very feminine, you know, appeal.
Yeah.
And then when I hear you, I'm like, Damn. Like, this girl was fire. Okay. Which now I want to know, what went into, you have recently a release song with Florentino, right? Yeah. Titled Gone.
Gone.
So what went into you guys making Gone, as well as how did you receive the concept?
So, it was a week after I had recorded at Blueprint for the first time. Because I actually, how it all happened was that we were hanging out with friends, got to the studio. I told them that I had a freestyle that I had written like years ago. And then they were like, okay, go ahead and record that freestyle. I did it. Luna was there that night. And I think it must have been the following week. They invited me back to the studio. He was busy recording Gone, and they said, you need to write a verse.
And you wrote a verse.
That was just me. Like, I put on a brave face, you know, like I can do this. I can do this. Let's do this. I'm going to do it. I did it. And yeah, that's basically the story of Gone. I had to catch on, jumped on that train, and
you had to dive in and learn how to swim with the sharks.
Yeah,
I love that. What are you working on now? Because I know that this past week you've been recording.
Yeah.
So what are you working on? Is it an album? Is it an EP?
It's an EP.
Single?
Yeah, it's an EP, and I think it's also just to give people more of an understanding of what kind of artist I want to be or aspire to be. And then there are some features lined up with other artists, so I'm excited just to keep on working and seeing how my style evolves through this. So the EP is definitely going to be a moment of defining ZACK in the Box in one way or another. You're going to know who this person
is,
what she's thinking about, how she sort of reacts to what happens in life, and
and how she writes as well.
Yeah.
So can we expect visuals from you?
I would love to do that. I think that's a whole nother discussion about budgets, outfits, hair, makeup, that needs to be sorted out. I'm all for it. I think creating content, I'm not a very social person. I'm actually quite an introvert. So creating content is something that I'm also kind of getting into, and I'm having fun doing it. For the social media pages. So it's something that I'm going to keep tinkering around with and seeing how creative I can get.
But I must say your visuals are very nice. There's this on your profile, there's this telela.
Yeah.
And the telela matches the whole entire box, and it's you in a box.
In a box. Girl! I am in a box. I need to be in a box.
Damn! Because when I saw it, I'm thinking the Joker, I'm thinking on that level, like that level of that type of creativity, like the crazy type of creativity.
Let's go.
How did you shoot that specific visual? Because also my thing is, for an entire whole pillar, it looks like it's a big room.
Yeah.
Because you're within a box, and the backdrop is like the whole thing is a box, and you're wearing matching the box like.
So it was an experiment that I did at home. There is a room at my home that was built out of a carport. So there are railings on top that I actually just pinned the fabric on. And I didn't even know that it was going to line up or look like this. I just found it like that. I was like, oh, okay, this works. Even better. Like the spontaneity of it all kind of like gets me excited. So I just go ahead and do it. And see what happens on the other side.
I love to see it. Now, I want to know, what's your take as a woman and even being in like a previously male-dominated industry where now women are cementing themselves in, on the fact that when it's August, it's like, where all the female rappers at, But if it's not August, it's just like crickets. So what's your take on women being celebrated on just that specific month? Especially because there's also now femicides and all these cases against women and children.
I really think that the way that we take care of each other as a society, it kind of comes from home. So as a society, people need to focus more on instilling certain values into your children, because those children grow up to be men. Boyfriends, husbands, whatever. You need to sort of facilitate a culture of protecting, loving, nurturing, growing something like it's worth something to you, because you are a woman who can access something or open a door for me. If I'm not taking care of you, then I'm spoiling my own chances at the end of the day.
True.
That goes for any man that's also with you who says he loves you and so on. I feel like celebrating women, you can only understand it once you take a woman out of an equation. Where you used to have women and see how they nurture and love things. If you take them out of that, you will see there's something lacking. So I think in every home there needs to be someone who fortifies that idea. Protect, love, nurture the woman. She has so much. She's a multiplier. A woman multiplies things. Anything that a woman touches, it just grows, it flourishes. So keep us there all year, not just okay.
Yeah, you know,
all year.
I'm also here for the all rounder of the whole year situation.
It's a lot of appreciation that needs to be done.
Where can people follow you, book you, and get your music?
For me right now, Instagram, Twitter, Zack in the Box. It's ZACKNTHEBOX. And that's my links for all my social media. Bookings also available on my Instagram page that go through Blueprint. So yeah, that's where I am.
Miss Zack in the Box is not in the box right now. Thank you for being on the drop right now.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
I can't wait to catch you in the booth and catch your booth performance. I wish you all the best with all your music, and I can't wait to hear your EP because you got bars for days. And that is another episode of The Drop Hip Hop and Sit and Sit. Your favorite Black Barbie. Don't